Hello, today is 12/8 of 24 and I am back with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. It's 9:30. I haven't had anything and I still don't plan to have anything for a bit. I just kind of have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm making another spaghetti squash. When I purchased my spaghetti squash for my spaghetti, um, I ended up getting two. I had ordered one, but it didn't meet the weight, so my grocer gave me two of them to be able to meet the weight. So I'm going to make that other one today. I plan to use it to make a Parmesan cream sauce and shrimp. Um, Tomorrow, I think is when I'm going to make that. But I'm just getting that spaghetti squash roasted this morning. And then the other thing I'm doing this morning, which I will actually have for lunch today, probably. My plans don't always work out. I'm going to make some queso with ground beef taco meat. So I'm making the taco meat and then I will make the queso later because I mean, you can make it ahead, but I'll just do that later. It's a recipe I've made before. I'm pretty sure I have a video of it, so I'll post that in the description. Um, but to make my taco meat today, I'm not using the purchased taco seasoning mix that I normally use. I am making my own. I have 1 pound of 93% lean ground beef here. And I'll cook and crumble it, but I'm going to add my seasonings in. So I need half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. I need a quarter teaspoon of paprika. Three-quarters of a teaspoon of ground cumin. I love cumin. It's such a nice earthy flavor. It smells delicious. Okay, and then I need a half tablespoon of chili powder. And finally, I need an eighth of a teaspoon of several things. So I'm going to start with my garlic powder. And then my onion powder. And then my red pepper flakes. And finally, my oregano. Which looks like I need to refill. I'm getting pretty low. All right. So like I said, I will just cook and crumble this down, and then later I'll add it to my queso dip. It is 2:10. At about quarter to 12, I had McDonald's with my husband. So I had a double quarter-pound cheeseburger with no ketchup. So I took a picture. This is what it looks like. It looks pretty sad, but it was actually pretty good. So then I ran some errands and did some things. I am now having my coffee. So I made it with Fairlife milk, a half cup, and then I added a tablespoon of heavy cream because the coffee that I'm using, the beans that I'm using, just taste better with a bit more like of a creamy flavor with them. And then I only used a half serving of my protein powder because with what I have planned, I should get plenty of protein today. So I only used half, and I ate one of my cookies. So I had made some lemon cookies out of ricotta cheese a couple days ago. I'll link to that video. And so I had one of those also. I'm pretty full. I probably won't eat again for a few more hours, is my guess. It is 4 o'clock, and I did some research last night, and it's really I wasn't researching this issue. I just in my research of other things, I kind of came across this information, and someone was talking about how, like at night or in the like later evening hours, we can often like just be like so hungry and want to snack and want to eat, and like that's a really hard time for people. Like there's just a lot of like cravings that happen and I don't know why. Um, and I do find that to be true for me. Like I'm often like the food noise is just at a higher level, right? During that time of the day. And I know I'm not hungry and I do pretty good. It's very, very rare that I will like eat something during that time because I know I'm not actually hungry. But I'd really like to quiet the noise. So someone said that if you take 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, like in the evening before, like that time, then that can really help to cut down on those cravings and that food noise. So I'm going to try it just to see if it actually works. It's not going to hurt me. So I have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and probably another 2 tablespoons of water because you shouldn't drink it straight. That's bad for your esophagus. And then I have the flavor is well, I guess I should just try it the way that it is. It's not terrible. Yeah, it's really not bad. I think I could drink it by itself. But we have these true lime packets, so it's crystallized lime. One packet is supposed to equal one lime wedge. Um, the internet says that adding citrus to the apple cider vinegar will help to kind of cut down the flavor a bit, like really help to mask it. So I'm going to take one of these. This has 0 calories, less than 1 carb, so it's not carb free. If you had a bunch of them, you would end up with carbs, and then like no protein or anything else like that. So I'm gonna I'm not going to put the whole thing in per my husband's suggestion, which makes sense. It's really not very much liquid in here. It's a quarter cup. So maybe having a whole lime packet might just be a bit too much. I'm just going to swirl it around. And what's crazy? That's crazy. So the color of it was kind of like darker, like because of the apple cider vinegar. And then I put my lime packet in, and now it's not quite clear. Like you can see that there's some color to it, but it's almost clear. That is very, very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. I can definitely taste how the lime has really just almost completely gotten rid of almost of that vinegar flavor. You really just kind of get it on the back end of it. So yeah, citrus really does help to kind of mask that flavor. And about a half packet really did work out pretty good for me. So I'll just save this other half packet for tomorrow. It is a little after 7, and I just had a pretty good workout, and I really feel like I need a lot of protein. So I actually have 2 packets of Starkist tuna in my bowl here. Um, I so the apple cider vinegar worked. I mean, I've only done it today, so I could be wrong. It could just be that I wasn't very hungry, but when I drank it, I felt like, oh, I'm probably going to be hungry in about an hour. And an hour came and I was not hungry. In fact, I was like, I can't even fathom eating anything at all. Um, So I think I probably did it too early. I think I need to do it a little bit later, because like I just want to make sure that I am fueling my body. So I don't want to be starving myself. So I want to make sure that I'm um, you know, getting all the nutrients that I need to get, right? So if I'm drinking it too early, that's just it's not going to happen. So I'm going to have this. I've added half of a large tomato to this, and then I'm going to add an eighth of a teaspoon of salt to help get my salt up. And I've drank one Body Armor Flash IV today. I'm going to drink another one, particularly because because like I said, I just had a pretty good workout. So I want to make sure that I'm replenishing that salt. And then I'm not sure how much of my Miracle Whip, which I know lots of people are going to be like, that's not keto. I don't believe anything is keto or not keto. It just fits in what you need to do or it doesn't. And you decide if you're going to, you know, meet your goal or not. So I'm going to start with just 2 tablespoons, which is normally what I would put in if I was using like one packet of tuna. So I don't think this is going to be enough. Except that I added the tomato, and the tomato has, like, I made sure to put the juice in there. And so that's going to kind of like thin it out a bit. And so that might just kind of help like spread my Miracle Whip around a little more. So then maybe I won't need quite as much. But I still think this might look just a little dry. I'll give it a quick taste. Yeah, it is just a little dry. So I'm just going to add like one more tablespoon to the bowl. And then with this, I'm going to have one of my Okios yogurts, and I've got about 2.5 ounces of Johnsonville summer sausage left over, so I'm going to eat that too to help bump up my fat and my protein for the day. And then I should be good. So let's take a look at how my day turned out. I wasn't able to eat my yogurt. I was just way too full. I couldn't eat anymore. So I ended up with about 1,200 calories. My protein is 110, which is a little lower than I want to be. But I've had a few days this month, I think two, where like my protein was quite a bit higher than my goal. So if I look at my monthly numbers and average out how much protein I had over that many days, I still am at my goal of like 122 grams of protein per day. So I'm okay. But I'm like right there on that line. So I don't really want to have many more days where I'm not meeting my protein goal. My net carbs are 19. That's fantastic. My fat is 74, right in the range I want it to be. And my sodium, actually, my sodium is a little higher than that. I forgot to add my other Body Armor Flash IV. So it's going to be about 4,200 sodium. So that's fantastic. So I had a pretty good day today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.